Hello everyone and welcome to the 56th public meeting for testimonials here on Monday, July 12th, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department, a part of the public teachings in English. I'm one of the hosts today, Rick Crammond, and we've got Dan and Dean here as co-hosts as well. And I think we're ready to begin today's show. We're trying to locate more testimonials here as we go along, and I see that we had one testimonial from Nestor, but he's apparently has left, so we'll not have his testimonial.
She sent me the video and with approve to sharing, and also I send to you. I will try to translate what she's saying in the Spanish, from Spanish.
You see,
I sent it in the messenger, but
Messenger. Okay.
I will share if. Hi, oui.
Okay. I see the video. Just give me a second here. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is from Nestor, and in Spanish, I believe. So let's play it, and Dan will do any translating. Here we go.
Buenos días a todos, les habla Néstor Fernández desde Misiones, Argentina. Les quiero mostrar acá un asiento de una motocicleta totalmente congelado por la fuerte helada, mientras que en cercanías una planta de tomate a quien le fue suministrada plasma líquido de una copa una vida.
It's very low, but
Para amanecer no se congeló. Luego de 12 horas vemos que la planta como que no le hizo daño a la helada, únicamente rociando plasma una copa una vida. Les invito a probarlo. Gracias.
okay, she's saying have the plant of tomatoes. She
Acá
have
está nuestra
the.
estrella. Y me faltó mostrarle que está al aire
I want
libre,
to show.
que no tiene nada arriba, ni un techito, nada.
Don't have anything up and down. She's spraying with 1 cup 1 life 1 day previous, and in the night she having the low temperature, and she's not frozen the plants. Sorry. Yes, because you see the crystal of ice. No, this is all what I listened. It's about one cup, one life. One day previous. You see the crystal of thank we.
Thanks, Stan, for getting that downloaded.
It's like a joke. I don't want to bring for. It's how it's still alive after more hours, let's say days. Jalal, because have the lessons, listen to Mr. Keshe, and so on for at least 2 days. It's awake, it's alive, and it's beautiful soul. This testimonial with plasma is don't sleep. Emotional side.
He's pulling my legs. I will not talk.
No, okay, I take name. It's about the emotion fields, the plasma fields, when you are making something with its pleasure for you, giving, offer. You don't sleep. You are feel good, full of energy. No. Okay. When you have surround you the plasma, when you have the emotion, the pleasure of giving, you don't sleep for at least 2 days. It's like a coffee, plasma coffee.
Rick, hi, it's Dean here. I've gone through and looked at a few videos in the background. I've got a video that I played. It's a long one. It's about 20 minutes long. You have played it once before. It was in the Universal Council. And it's a bit of a testimonial of a journey that I've taken through the plasma it's a little bit more than just like a normal, just a little video. It goes through some teachings and some things Mr. Keshe has presented. And it's, as I said, it's 20 minutes long. You have played it in the Universal Council meeting. I have it in the background lined up if you would like to see it. And there's obviously, there's no copyright issues or anything. It's all work that's through myself, and there's no problems whatsoever. And I'm more than willing to show it if it's required.
I just have a question. So see, it's probably not related to what we're talking about, but hear me? Okay. Yeah. What is the effects of gas with growing cannabis? I'm in the process of setting up a cannabis farm here, but I'm thinking about using the gas, plasma water. I spoke to Mr. Keshe about it one time, and he said they don't get involved in that, but they have tried to do that in Arizona and Texas, but nothing came out of it. So I was wondering if anybody can answer the question. Yeah, that's right. Effects when they start smoking it, how that will elevate their minds or something.
Rick, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So, just talking about this subject. So, in Austria, where I'm presently based, there is just up the road from here, one of the farms. They have 2 fields growing hemp, and it's quite something to see it growing wild. And with all this, as you just rightly pointed out, in some parts of the world it would be highly illegal, but then depending on where you are on the planet, now it's becoming effectively, it's opening up. And this plant that has very special properties when used correctly can be used in many different situations from building and doing. It has really incredible qualities, not just for getting high or doing this, but many incredible qualities that could be used, I'm sure, with plasma in a different way, not necessarily for recreational, drug use that people have used it for, but for other attributes that would be, a very big contribution to mankind in all sorts of areas. As I said, with buildings, I know that it has its very special properties of being able to retain heat and many other things that as I've said, would be very beneficial. So it depends, Ike, on how you would like to implement it and what you want to use it for. If it's purely for to connect on a conscious level that many people have done, that's one issue. But to use the plant and all its special properties in other ways, as in I don't want to say all the certain words I cannot say, but it can be used in many different ways. So, how do you perceive you would like to use this plant?
Well, you're right. I think that was the angle, Mr. Keshe. When I spoke to him about it, he wasn't totally out of it, but he said they were trying to do something before. So obviously, there's some benefits that he sees through that. And what I intend to do, just to get the feedstock, means mostly grow and then manufacture like concentrates for other products, and it all depends on how we want to use it. I just want to know what extent can the GANS technology be applied to that. And he offered that they will assist whenever I'm ready to do that. So you're right, it's not just for smoking, even though it's legal here, we can do that here. But I have other long, short-term, mid-term, and long-term goal for it.
Yeah, that's wonderful, like, because I know hemp has real wonderful qualities. I haven't looked into it enough because we've just spoken about it now, but I know the building trade would benefit greatly from its production. And I think it can also be used for clothing and all sorts of applications. And it's never been allowed. And yet this special plant of one of many has incredible attributes to be used for humanity in many ways. But as usual, it hasn't been opened up. But now it has been opened up. Hopefully, people will do exactly what you've been speaking about, Ike, and start using it in different ways, and start using it as a plant substance that can, as I said, benefit us all in the matter state. We're talking about in the matter state condition, obviously. But it does have very special properties and I know I'm sort of going round and not actually saying what they are because I haven't really looked into it, but I've heard about it and I've seen it in the past. That I remember looking through and seeing it growing and how it was used in for many different things in agriculture and, as I said, with clothing and building products. So, and I'm sure there are many other situations where it could be used if people come together and started to explore its benefits. Like all these substances, they all have incredible powers. Not only the ones that we know about, but special qualities. Many of the plants in this planet have very many special properties, and I'm sure the soul of this plant would benefit and be very conducive with exactly what you've been speaking about, Ike. And as I said, there's some of the properties I know it possesses that could help us all. And I know in a plasmatic condition, used in the right way, I think it would have special attributes that could benefit people in all sorts of ways. And obviously, I can't speak about it because of the limitations of the platform. But I know it would have benefits for all sorts of things, as many of the plasmatic conditions that we develop through the One Cut One Life and all the plasma devices that we make. They all create field interactions, and that field interaction has a benefit, has a balancing effect, and within the special qualities of this particular plant, I'm sure that benefit would be far-reaching. Once we explored it and didn't just just think about it as you just rightly pointed out, just smoking it. That's not it. That's one aspect of it that has closed the whole production of it down because of that one issue, when in fact that's just a tiny part of it that some people enjoy. Yeah, I'm sure they do, but that's not the main issue. The main issue with this plant, it has many, many special qualities that can be opened up for the whole of humanity. So thank you for that, Ike. You've opened up a nice door there.
Thanks.
I know in the Romanian place someone have the experience with plasma water and hemp. It's not allowed to saying, but I know this person, I know the experience, and yes, you can use for building the house. You can use the text in the industry of textile, no, making the clothes in many, many, many ways, like lean, the like cotton.
Linen.
Plants,
Yep.
because it's replacing, you can making the paper, you can make all kind of things from the same plant.
One of the
You have the
most
benefit.
one of the most recent uses is for what do you call it? Capacitors, for superconducting capacitors. The carbon that you create with hemp is the best quality in the world, apparently.
It's also, Rick, the fact that it grows very quickly. That's another issue with it. It's very, it's a wonderful plant. I know that when it's, especially if we added plasma water to it, the growth would be even more phenomenal. But it is a very sturdy plant that grows very thick and very tall and very fast when left. And so, as a building product or for clothing, it would be very beneficial because it's sustainable, and you could get multiple crops from it. And so it has many benefits in an industrial usage.
Yeah, and it's been around for years and years, actually.
It's been around.
The industrial part's been around, and you can buy hemp clothing anywhere you want, online, and all of that. So that's already established and part of the whole thing. So the thing is, if we're in the Knowledge Seekers Workshop and Mr. Keshe is in Iran, then we don't want to really be talking about something that's illegal in Iran and so on and so forth. So we don't, it's something we can discuss here briefly, but we're not really in the testimonials meeting to be testifying about the hemp product. We're here to be testifying about the GANs and other plasma products. And of course the plasma products can be used on any plant, so they all grow faster, even hemp. So that would be interesting for those that have a commercial license or are producing it. Gianni's already talked about using hemp mixed in with his slurry mixture and so on to create the compost material, and I think part of the materials that go into the slurry that he makes for preserving wood as well. Maybe that's part of it. And there's something called hempcrete, which is a concrete that uses hemp in it as well. And since the fibers are one of the strongest fibers in the world, they are very useful to make a concrete with as well. And with the new, what is it called, bioceramic type of concrete, the hemp would be an excellent binder. It could be pulverized and used as a binder for the bioceramic material, along with GANS materials added to this bioceramic, which bioceramic is like the stuff that dentists use to make new teeth and repair teeth. It's super strong, and it's used for other purposes now, because people have figured out that it works really well with teeth. Why not use it as a building material? So now we have building materials that can last 500 years and don't get mold and mildew, and are very strong, 10 times stronger than concrete.
Makes a big difference, that, Rick, that sustainability, and the fact that we all know the qualities of concrete and what the industrialized world has used it extensively. But when you have a natural product like this, again, I don't want to emphasize it, but it has special qualities that could be complementary to the building trade and other trades in many ways. So, and as you rightly pointed out, it's already being used. Those who have a license to do that. So I'm sure that in a plasmatic condition, I'm sure would bring certain new qualities to any products that were produced from this particular plant. Anyway, that's one topic.
Makes me wonder if you did make a GANS of marijuana and poured that into your mix of this bioceramic material, which is like a stucco type outer material. It's also a building material because it's so strong. Would that building emit certain vibes, certain peaceful vibes, let's say? Would that be part of creating a dome of peace? I don't know. Could be.
Oh yeah, that's a great thought. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave that up to the experimenters for further results. Anybody else have any testimonials they would like to present today? We have a couple of new people here. I'll promote you to panelists if we can. Lourdes. Anybody else with something they'd like to bring up for today's testimonials meeting? 56th public meeting for testimonials. So we've had one per month, 56 times. That's coming up on 5 years in a couple of months here. 4 months. It'll be 5 years of these public meetings for testimonials. Had a wide variety over the years of various testimonials. And today's background image is one of the ones from Gianni, and you can see his dome in the background. That's the nano-coated wood frame dome that he creates. He uses the GANS materials and his other devices to help keep the dome warm and to produce lovely things inside. Many of the flowers that Gianni grows actually come from the florists, where they were about to throw them out, and he'll take the flowers and bring them home and rejuvenate them with the GANS water, GANS materials, and keep them growing and keep the seeds and so on and so forth. Okay, any more testimonials for today? I'm going to have a look at the website again. See if there's any new testimonials that have been put through. Just to remind people that they can put in a testimonial at the testimonials link. Let me get that here. So there it is. There's a form you can submit your testimonial, and it'll pop up on the website, and then we can share it during these testimonial meetings. I'll just put the page into the chats there now. And the actual testimonials website with all the testimonials arranged in categories. Also put that link in. I'm just looking at our testimonial site, and I don't see any new testimonials that have come in that I can approve and publish. Has anybody heard how the spraying is going with Liliana and the spray day, which was yesterday at 6 p.m. I think, European time?
Rick, hi, Steve. I wasn't present in yesterday's one. Where I was it was a very rainy day yesterday in the hills, and so it was like living in the clouds, because there was it was very misty, and you couldn't see anything. So there wasn't any point in spraying, but I sprayed in another way, and I did spray with my thoughts and intentions. But prior to this, the week before, was very sunny here. And many of the people that have been present with the spraying, there's a great camaraderie and a soul connection with people that are connecting the soul of themselves and the soul of the plasma water, and spraying the water in whichever part of the world that they are actually present in. And so people literally from Austria to Mexico and across many different nations in Spain and all sorts of places are spreading the plasma waters. Specifically doing this at the moment, Liliana's been doing this at 6 p.m. CET, European time, summertime, sorry. And it's been a wonderful experience, because you do feel a deep connection, and you through the teachings and the understanding that we have, you get this deep resonance, this deep connection with the plasma that you're giving into the environment with the correct intentions, and you're getting a plasmatic flow. You're creating a creation. You're giving into the environment. You're giving the creation you've made. So the plasma that you've made, you're giving back to creation, and this is feeding and helping the environment. And you will get a feedback condition, because you are spreading the beauty of these plasma waters, and that's a deep resonance, and that big connection. So the souls connecting up across the globe. And then all these little bright lights that are spreading the plasma water are receiving it, and plasma has no limitations. It's unlimited, and so with the plasma waters, when you actually spray them, the fields that you're creating, the dome of peace. So you're creating a dome that is connecting up with everybody, and it spreads across the planet and into your environment, and connects up with all the souls that are present. And so the knowledge that you gain through the foundation, the plasma knowledge that you receive, you're paying back. You're giving that information, that creation into you're giving. And because you're giving in the right way, you gain the knowledge and you're giving it out to creation, you will receive back in your environment, and on a so that's on a matter state condition, receiving back in your environment, but also on a plasmatic condition, you're receiving back on a soul level. All the souls, each and every time you spray, in each and every cell, every single plasma, everything is a plasma. And so when you connect the plasma and actually give that into your environment, you're going to receive back many times for what you're doing, because you have the right intentions, the ethos, and the knowledge of the foundation's work that is being put forward for the whole of humanity, to create this, as we've said, the peace dome, to bring about this everlasting condition of peace within not only yourself and your environment, but within the whole totality of humanity. And that's a very worthy and beautiful creation to be part of. And we all know that the plasmatic waters have this deep resonance and connection with everything, with ourselves, with every cell of our body, and every plasma, in every environment that we find ourselves in, the fields that we physically walk through, the fields that we actually initiate with our thoughts and intentions. And so connecting with other people from across the globe and spreading the waters, you sense that deep connection. And this is on a scientific level as much as it is on a soul level, because when you actually go into the science of it with plasma and you understand the connection of the properties of the plasma, the way it's made, like the initiation of little mini suns in energy flow through the zinc and the copper and the nano coating. So we create a nano coating that has creates a condition of a space gap that creates an energy flow, and that energy flow is what helps us to create the plasma waters, and then we give that back into the creation, and this gives us the most incredible dome of peace. In, as I said, all around our physical bodies and around our homes and around every structure that we are part of, but also with the fields and everything else that we're all part of the same thing. Everything is deeply connected, and so the resonance with what Liliana has produced and initiated by bringing forward this spraying the Peace Dome every Sunday and connecting is something that many people, if you start to make the cups, or you have the inkling to want to make the cups and be involved in this moment, you will find you will have a very deep resonance and a beautiful condition and peaceful environment that will be very pleasurable for yourself and the plants, our vertical friends, our horizontal friends, all the animals, the whole environment. It feeds back as a feedback loop, and it gives beautiful qualities, and it brings about peace across. That's why we call it the Dome of Peace. And so for me, it's a very special, incredible and privileged point to be able to actually give that back. And for me, that is a testimonial in the knowledge that is freely given by Mr. Keshe and the foundation. It's there, and it's put in many different platforms in all the public teachings. And it's very easy to go and pick this knowledge up, make a very simple cup, make some gas in a nano solid state, and then from that you use the plasma water. Now we're just using that plasma water to give back into creation. And as I said, it creates wonderful environments and plasmatic conditions that enhance all of us in everything that we do. And so for me, that is the most wonderful testimonial I think we could ever have as for all of us, for all the souls, all the people, plants, animals, for the whole environment. It's a wonderful condition, and it's a great pleasure to be part of it and to understand the technology to the point where you can actually share it with people and experience the beauty of this plasma. And it stretches across everything. It touches everything in every moment, in everything that we do. And so if you get a chance and you feel the inkling, please be part of it. Join us in spreading this wonderful dome of peace. And you'll be very, very welcome. Thank you, Rick. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dean. That's actually a good testimonial in itself.
It's a wonderful experience, Rick. And I know many of the knowledge seekers do it, and some people do it on a regular basis. I know many of the knowledge seekers have humidifiers and things where they put the one cup, one life in, and they have a constant flow of spraying the water. So it's in their environment constantly. And this is bringing about a condition of peace. And there's other knowledge seekers that spread the plasma waters and give them away freely to other people across the planet who find the benefits of it in many, many different ways. The connection with spraying it is one connection to getting it back into the environment and giving to creation and receiving back. But there's many other ways to do it as well. These plasmatic waters they're unlimited in their usage. The only limitation is our own thoughts. So whatever you, if it's with the right intention, you want to give and you want to help and enhance conditioning in wherever it is, that the plasma will always give. It's a giver, and it'll always give what when your intentions are correct and right. And for me, that's an incredible gift to humanity, and one that I wish many souls and people would experience for themselves.
For me, yesterday, when in the linear meeting, spraying for Dome of Peace, it's touching me, my heart, the emotion of Sweta. In the middle of the night, she go for in open place, spraying and, let's say, explain in few words the action, but it's touching by emotional level. It's not important what hour, because I don't know in the India what difference of Europe have, but she put in the time, the soul for being in the meeting and spraying the same time, connecting with all of us. And every time when I see the beautiful soul, the beautiful people, it's like a big family. It's no longer me or the others. It's we.
I think we all feel that, Dan. Thank you for that. That speaks volumes about that deep connection, that resonance we all have, and how when you start doing this, you start to, the soul shines, and you're connecting back with your soul, with the essence of the beauty of within inside yourself, and you're giving unconditionally. And that brings about many changes within your physical structure and your emotions. And the environment, I keep mentioning the environment because I think it's very important that it can bring about such beautiful changes. You mentioned Sweta, and I know that Sweta's in India, and that so we have a knowledge seeker, a Universal Council member that is in India and giving those plasma waters to the environment in India, and helping to enhance the souls that are present around her, and then that connection then we give to for them to receive the knowledge of this of the plasma, and once they start using that in their environment, then it grows, that field strength grows a little bit more and feeds back, and people like yourself, Dan, and myself, Rick, and all of us, Jalal, Kay, all the people present, they all feel it, and with this deep connection and resonance. And we all come to a position where we just want to give back, because we come to a position where we understand the beauty of plasma, and that is why we have so many wonderful teachers here that are trying to spread this knowledge, and that's a testimonial in itself that people will literally do whatever they can to bring this forward for the whole of humanity. Not just for a few, but for everybody, to bring many people to come to the realization of the sheer beauty of this plasma. So thank you, Dan, for what you just said. That was a beautiful testimony in itself. Thank you.
Because I don't, when he speak, Sweta, it's with passion, with a lot of love, no? And sometimes it's exuberating, and I feel an emotional level for translating in Spanish. I not understand every word in the English, but I feel the emotion.
So you're connecting, when you say you feel the emotion, Dan, through her voice and through your structure, or on a soul level, and how when you feel the emotion, how does that resonate with you? How does that make you feel?
I feel the emotion of Sweta in the emotional level and soul level, because in the physical level I'm not able, because in time when he's speaking, I translate to the others, but I feel in the emotional level. I feel what she's Sweta feeling in that moment.
We can feel that in the one nation, one planet, one race for world peace. When Shweta talks, she always puts her emotion behind it and her truth. So that comes through, and we definitely feel it. And this is the big thing about this teaching of science, is that you can actually feel it. There are times when this teaching demands that you feel the feels, feel the emotions.
The emotions are deep. For what the plasma waters we spread, Rick, and I know all the knowledge seekers, many of us have felt this. And so we have this testimonials meeting here this evening here. I'm sure it's other times of the day for some of you. But it resonates so much. It brings about that those conditions. It's very much like the picture we see on the screen right now from Gianni. We have that beautiful dome in the background, and we have these wonderful roses. And so the environment that is receiving the plasma, which is receiving the plasma waters that we're speaking about, is thriving and bringing about a condition of peace and tranquility and growth and creation and everything that's part of what this little blue planet is all about, and being in the matter state, but also understanding the creation of the plasmatic side, which is far-reaching, which is, as I discussed earlier, is the energy flow from the nano that we produce, that we create this the condition that allows this blooming of creation to take place, not only in physical vertical friends like we see here and everything else, but also in the thoughts and intentions. The whole environment starts to have a heartbeat that connects with everything else, that connects through to the heartbeat of yourself, myself, the heartbeat of the planet, that then leads to the heartbeat of the universe. And so we all start to resonate in the right way. So these plasma waters create this condition, and all these devices and tools that many people have spoken about, that they've made themselves. They put some intentions and some thoughts into a tool, and because they put the right intentions and thoughts with the plasmatic knowledge, you bring about a condition of balance, not only in the physical body, but in the emotions. And that's the condition that allows this dome of peace to emerge all across the planet, which then takes us to a new position of pure beauty and love, and the conditions of that are conducive with sustaining a wonderful creation in physicality in your life, but also in your emotions and other conditions that are in everything that you experience as you go through your life, your daily life, whether that is going to the shop, or whether that is going or spending some time in nature, or whether that's going to work, or whatever it is. But these tools, and they all have a benefit for the whole of humanity in many, many different ways. And the creation happens in such an incredible way when you connect with these tools, that it brings about, as I've said many times, such a wonderful condition, such a wonderful change in the environment that and it would be an honor and a pleasure for many, many more people to experience what the knowledge seekers have experienced. It is profound because it touches everything that you possess within your creation, with what you receive in your environment. And that is why the knowledge seekers that we have present here tonight, or today, this morning, they've all come to understand this and feel it, feel the feels, sense it. And so they want to give back. And that's part of the process of why we spread these plasma waters. We use the pain pen, we use the enhancement body units, we use all the products that the foundation brings forward to bring about this plasmatic condition and change of the environment, bringing peace and beauty into many people's and many environments. And as I said, it's such an honor and a pleasure to be part of that. And the more souls, the more people and environments we can introduce this into and make them aware of and experience it, the less that we will have to beat the drum to express it. Because once people feel it and sense it and are part of the environment of this, words are not required, because, as you pointed out, Rick, you feel it. You deeply resonate with it. You feel it within your body structure, and then it touches the emotion as well. And this triggers a very big condition of pure beauty all around you. And as I said, it would be wonderful for many, many souls to experience this for themselves. And that's why we do these testimonial meetings for other people to listen to, and perhaps spark and get the plasma going, so that they want to experience it or want to take that step forward to actually produce a tool or to produce a cup and use the water within their environments. So it's that little bit of helping hand, little bit of giving the gift back, so that we can help many more of us to experience it. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, that's true. And in a way, these public meetings for testimonials is an excellent time for an excellent opportunity, that is, for knowledge seekers to pay back for the knowledge they've received. It's in a way, it's a fairly easy, painless way to pay back for that, the efforts that Mr. Keshe and the Keshe Foundation and other knowledge seekers have put forward over the years to bring this knowledge to the public. Well, when people put it to use and they have good results, then it's an excellent way to karmically pay back by just coming to this meeting and stating what it is that helped change your life, or something for the better. And it can be in small ways, it can be in major ways, depending. Everyone that connects with the plasma technology seems to be influenced in one way or another. So it's a fascinating process, and we've seen so many people come through the public meetings, not just testimonials, but in all the public meetings that are broadcast, and behind the scenes as well, of course. But a lot of new people have just shown up in these public meetings and suddenly said that, well, they've been doing this for several years now, and they've had good success and so on and so forth, and we may not have even have heard of them before. So that's it's amazing that any kind of knowledge would be so universal that it applies all over the world to virtually every country. As I don't know of any countries that do not have at least some contact with knowledge seekers in the Keshe Foundation. And all cultures, all colors, we have it all in this every shape and size of human. It seems to be affected. Seems to be that anything that has a soul gets affected. I say human, but lots of animals. If you go into the testimonial site, you'll find lots of stories of animals that have been healed or have had significant beneficial results from using the plasma technology. So and of course plants we know about. So it's beneficial to all. Balancing, as Dan says in the chat, provides balancing. I think that's something that's really required in today's world. We need more balance, and the balancing through the plasma technology is a great way for people to reconnect with themselves and get in touch with some inner peace in order to manifest the outer peace. which we all wish for.
Rick, the next time I put the testimonial, how I feel in the meeting of Bucharest, the emotion side, the soul side, not physical, when you knowing that the people who it's already knowing, but in the emotional level, the emotional perception, when you are closing like a reactor, no, change the distance between reactors, you achieve different effects. One time it's when you are connecting the soul level, and we are speaking in the Zoom meeting, and the other thing it's when you are, let's say, touching, you are close, also physical, in the same room. I will put this testimony next time.
Okay, well, that's the key for me to put up that invitation to the Bucharest event. So let's have a look at that. So it says, invitation, we are honored to invite you to the conference, the new space technology, which will take place on July 17th and 18th, 2021 at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Bucharest, Romania. Conference will be held by the nuclear engineer Mehran T Keshe from the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. The objectives of the conference are to present a new technology that offers solutions and innovations in a wide range of fields and applications in order to create a connection with both state officials and the business community in order to achieve world peace. Has the connection there, email, which is contact@kesheromania.ro. Got a phone number and so on, and there's a schedule. Day 1 and day 2 is actually July 18th. It should say day 2, it says J1, but there's you can see some of the activities there. So Dan, you're going to be present at this, and you're going to
Yes, both days.
All right.
Both days.
Are you going to be?
I don't want to miss this opportunity.
Yeah, I thought you might present something there.
No.
Okay.
You will sleep there.
More or less. It's for bringing to the. It's strange because today I listened, let's say, to the radio, the problem with pig flu, and I say, oh my, we have the solution, one of the solution, for many years from Keshe Foundation. It's strange because the minister, it's only strange, but I hope and I believe in a certain point it's necessary to looking from the solution, because it's not the other way.
So maybe there'll be a connection with state officials, and they can discuss solutions for the pig virus.
Yes, this meeting is properly for connect the world of plasma with the scientists, with the environment of academy, with the ambassadors, with the political people, for in the official way. because it's not enough for me or to the other to sending one email to the minister. It's a different way to achieve the same goal, but we are not, let's say, learning, not elevate. We don't have the same, how to say, what Mr. Keshe doing from one life. For me, it's, I don't know, few years. I don't have the experience to contact and talking with these people. Somebody have the possibility, and this is one of open door to unify all.
All right, good. So that's also available at the, I should put it up here, the Keshe Foundation store. If we go to the store site, and somewhere here is the conference, I believe. I think it's down toward the bottom.
And I notice Johnny is multifunctionally. It's in the Spanish group in the same time, and it's here.
Goodness, a lot of products. I missed it there somehow. Let's see. Events. There we go. So there's the event and how you can book your seat if there's any left. Probably difficult for the first day, but maybe for the second day you'll have to check on that. And some of the details gives you an opportunity to sign up. All right. Well, we certainly wish them the best on that conference. It'll be very interesting to those who are able to attend. It won't be broadcast live, so you'll have to be there to see it and hear it. So we'll have Dan to bring back the truth for us. Thank you, Dan.
And Johnny also.
Right, okay.
Hi, this is Kate. Sorry, I'm on public transport. You should add me on Twitter as well because I'll be there on Friday. There are some tickets available for Sunday, but I think Saturday are sold out. But I booked for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Mr. Keshe has done it for me, but God bless him. And also Babu has done a great deal of hard work to get me sorted out with the Airbnb. I've never been there before in my life, but it'll be a first experience. So he has really helped me out to sort my accommodation, which is only like 10 minutes away from the Hotel Radisson. Yeah, I'm looking forward to go there, even though I don't have anything to really present or to show. Basically going there as a knowledge seeker in order to just amass as much knowledge as I can. Yeah, I'll be there as well, and hopefully I'll see Gianni and Dan there for the first time, and Babu as well. I'm sure it would be a wonderful experience.
Right on. Well, we do have, it'd be great to hear about that in the next testimonials meeting, but that won't be until August 9th. August 9th will be the second Monday in August. So we could do that, but also you're certainly welcome to come into the Keshe Plasma Reactor group and tell everybody about your experiences in the conference, as much as you can reveal without getting in trouble. But you probably won't be able to take videos or record things. So, but you can probably repeat your experience, what it felt like to be there and connect with others and so on and so forth. And any knowledge that comes out can be also explained to us.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hopefully my brain will hold on as much as information as it could. I'm not as sharp as I used to be before, but nevertheless, I'll try to hold on to as much information in that 2 days. And I'm sure there will be plenty of it to digest and to hold on to.
Yes, indeed. Well, you can try to hold on to it, or you can let it flow. So 2 techniques, I guess. Same as going to the bathroom.
Johnny, you want to say something?
Johnny, do you have something you want to share? Maybe he's busy in the other workshop.
Hello, Rick. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Johnny.
Salut, Dan. Sunt pe drum și nu pot să fac acum, că am semnalul foarte slab. Poate miercuri.
She's in the movement. She's moving with the car. They
He
don't have the proper signal to the internet, and now he's not able to show you something, but he's listening.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. How do you like the, let me share it here, I don't know if you've seen it. How do you like the background image today? Can you ask him, how does he like the background image?
Cum îți place fundalul de pe ziua de azi, dacă te uiți?
Dan, pentru moment nu văd nimic.
For the moment, she don't see anything because it's in the moving from one part to the other. It's careful to the road.
Okay.
But I take the picture and I send. Am luat un screenshot și o să ți-o trimit.
Okay. Just so people know, I borrowed one of Johnny's pictures that he's always so nice to share, and used it for the background for today's testimonial meeting. And for those that have come in later, the dome in the background is what Johnny does. He makes these domes out of nano-coated wood, and the covering over it. And these are some of the plants that he grows that are 2 and 3 times bigger than some of the neighbors' plants, apparently. Okay, is there anybody else? Okay, first we have a question in the chat here. Is there an address or website in the US to order Keshe products? We used to have the Keshe products directly from Arizona, but I believe it's all going through the main Keshe Foundation store now. Yes, thanks, Dean, for the link there in the chat. And you can order it from the store. They'll
Rick, or they can order from my site, gansrevolution.com.
From what site?
Gansrevolution.com.
Is that a distributor that you use, or is that your distributor?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you can put the link into the chat there, then people can click on it. That would be great. So it is possible to use local distributors, but I don't know if there's too many of them in the US right now. But Ike is giving a link to one of them, which is what he's involved with. Okay, gansrevolution.com. Okay, thanks, Ike. Okay, anything else that anybody would like to bring up here? I think we should probably wrap things up.
Hi, Rick. This is Roseanne.
Oh, hi.
Is this I wrote, actually, I wanted the address in US, so just that website is enough, or there is an address that I can get?
You wanted an address in the US? That's the gansrevolution.com that I put in.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I wanted it for my sister. She was asking me to send her pen pain, so I was wondering if there was a website or an address that she can get it.
Yeah, again, just the Keshe Foundation store, and if they have a local distributor, they'll probably have them send it out, or whatever the fastest way to ship them is. I know they're trying to make the shipping faster and faster, so.
Yeah, I know she had to convert in euro. I don't know, she didn't want to do that one, so I thought if there is an address in US, so I'll give her the website so she may get from there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And also, I wanted to share about the experience. I don't know if somebody else already mentioned that in testimonials. I haven't been in testimonial, and I don't see any sessions of testimonials after 49 session, and in YouTube.
Yes, that's right. We stopped broadcasting to YouTube because they were becoming too restrictive and threatening to shut down our 2,000 videos on YouTube. So now we just broadcast to live stream and to the Zoom meeting for the testimonials. The same as for the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group. Yeah.
Okay, So Reactor Group is not posted?
Not on YouTube anymore.
YouTube?
No.
Oh.
Just on live stream and on Zoom. Actually,
Okay.
I think they're even hard to get in the private teaching as well, because that's being revamped, and they were deleted or sent to a different spot. So basically, the live stream would be the best place to get the earlier testimonials or Keshe Plasma Reactor Group meetings. So we just have the One Nation, One Planet that goes to YouTube, and the Knowledge Seekers Workshop, that goes to YouTube as well still.
Okay. If they don't shut down the ones. I'm so behind. I'm trying to catch up, and I learned because I was almost new. So I'll try to watch the sessions as much as I could. And yes.
Yeah, it's a lot to. None of us will ever be caught up as far as that goes, because it's impossible for any human to listen
all
to
of
all
us,
the videos.
all of us tomatoes until now.
All of us.
We are not yet catch up.
Yeah. I know you guys are very advanced, which you're lucky. So I'm just a new learner, which is not late to learn anytime. So I wanted to share this experience that one of my about the plasma water, and one of my daughter's neighbor, he had the shot for vaccine for the virus and COVID vaccine, Pfizer, I guess, and he developed many complications. And my daughter asked me to send plasma waters for him. I sent cup 1 and cup 2. Cup 1 for head and neck and chest area, and then a mixture of cup 1 and cup 2 for below chest. So he just used it for one day. I said he feels better, which I'm glad he feels better. And he also took some for her sister that he had also problem after vaccination. So I'm glad that we could help. That's all.
Right on. That's exactly the right spirit to enter into it, the right intention. So you learn, and as soon as you learn, you're able to teach. And that's the great thing about this technology, about this plasma experience, is as soon as you know how to do something, in fact, Mr. Keshe recommends that as soon as you know that, you start to teach. So we're all teachers and students at the same time. And there's a thing too, when you actually teach someone how to do something, that's when you truly learn it yourself. So that's a really nice gesture to do that for someone. I'm glad.
Yeah, sometimes people are in emergency. Even I give them the instruction, all the material, so they can prepare. Even I tell them that they might need it later, but they don't use it until like it's an emergency case. So, like I gave to my neighbor when she told me that her daughter and her kids are sick with COVID, and she was very worried. And I just made the patches and gave the water, and she used them. But even all materials I gave her, she returned back to me and said they are okay, and she didn't bother to prepare herself, which is unfortunate. But people usually like to have like a pill and swallow it, and the headache is gone.
Yes, right, exactly. And it's understandable. That's the pressures in today's society and so on. And not too many people like to put out that energy and actually create something for themselves. It takes a lot of effort inside ourselves to suspend your disbelief, first of all, and just to get the raw materials together and make your hands do the work. A lot of people don't like to work with their hands. They would rather work with their head or their emotions or some other thing, and they're not too handy. Maybe they kill plants when they try to grow them and that kind of thing, and they'll get a gardener to do the work for them because they know they're not that good with plants, but they might be really good at figuring out the right GANS material to use to give to the gardener to make their plants grow better and so on. So everybody's a little different, and we have to have compassion for those that aren't willing to take those steps yet, and that's why we make the GANs and prepare it for others, and just generally give whenever it's required. So that's the joy of the giving part.
Exactly. Even if I have knowledge about like using herbs, vegetables for natural healing, I even use that and I suggest to my friends, and as long as they get benefits, it's good. So.
Yep, and again, if you suggest certain herbs to people, they may or may not go out and buy those herbs and make tea out of them or whatever. But if you give them the actual herbs or give them the tea, then generally they, especially if you make it for them, put it right in front of them and say, drink this, then generally they will, especially if they feel bad and they think there's a chance that they might feel better, then generally they'll try it. I just gave some nettle tea to someone yesterday, an older lady who mentioned that she'd like to try it, and I had some, so I brought some over, and she's got a couple of bags of nettle tea to try. So it helps sometimes to put it right in front of somebody and say, go ahead if you wish.
Yes, and I don't remember what was the use for nettle? Was kidney stone or something?
I think it is. Well, it's one of the things. It's a good diuretic for the kidneys, and it's supposed to be good for lungs and virtually all ailments. I think it's a general balancer.
Yes, my husband actually, after he got the vaccine, even I gave him the plasma water. He was cured, but still his doctor recommended to get the vaccine. He got the vaccine, and it was Pfizer, and he got kidney stone, but they said it's not relevant to the vaccination. But this young man, the other's neighbor, also got kidney stone after getting the vaccine. Yes, and I knew a vegetable is called daiko. It's a fat white root, and I always use as vegetable. I put in my salad. It's like kind of tangy flavor. And I had at home. I sent for him to use that one to dissolve the stone.
Yeah, well, hopefully some of the older knowledge about how to do such things will start to come out, because this could be a new phenomena that's taking place. Anyway, we don't want to get into that too much here, but it's good to know.
Sorry, Rick, could I just quickly say to the lady who just talked about the kidney stone, it can easily be eradicated and cured or got rid of from kidneys by making a GANS. Very, very quick and very, very easy. You just make a GANS. You need the person's urine and CO2 GANS, and I believe zinc GANS, and that's it. Just a few milliliters a day, 3 times a day, and you're done after a week, maybe even quicker, 3 days. It's a GANS.
Should they drink that?
Yeah, they drink that. You make a GANS out of the pee of the person, and the kidney stone will be eradicated.
I believe. Thank you for that, but I believe that one takes a long time. Then the person is in pain. They want something really urgent, and I think some people find it gross to drink.
No, it will actually take the stone away completely within 2 or 3 days, it most probably get rid of the pain. Even the pain, you can use copper gans. I think that would get rid of the pain by spraying small dosage at the back and stronger dosage to the front of the belly. But in any case, it's been done before, so I do know it works.
Okay. I heard in one of the testimonials. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding that. There are many vegetables. Chanca, piedra, it's very popular for dissolving kidney stones. But whatever works, we have to use it, right?
As Dan puts in the chat, calcification is a
yes, of course,
general term that could be used for that. It might be a general calcification process going on. Some people might have kidney stones, other people might have their arteries clogging up and heart problems and that kind of thing from it. So, anyway, I don't want to get too much into the vaccine thing here because of obvious reasons, but it's good to pass on some of the knowledge that we do have.
Okay, thank you. I muted myself.
Okay, thank you very much, Roseanne, for your testimonial there. Anybody else have anything?
Thank you, Rick.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to bring forward?
Rick, I had a question from you. I've done with COP1, to do with the mouth hygiene, and I'm quite happy. I'm still carrying on with it. I'm also using COP1 for the past 3 weeks. Others have done it, but in order to grow the hair, I have seen noticeable results on that. April last year, March 2020, we just got a virus coming to London or UK. And then on April, for no reason, even though I didn't have the virus, I lost a lot of hair, as well as my second daughter. She lost a lot of hair as well. She also had luxurious hair, but she lost a lot of it. And this year, obviously, we got virus on Christmas, or just about before Christmas, until Christmas, we had it. And then on February,
so we're losing it, okay. Last I heard was February, and then we lost your connection there. Go ahead again.
Just a couple of months after Christmas, again, I've lost a lot of hair. So did lost a lot of hair. So are you losing me?
No, we can hear you now.
Yes, so in February this year, I lost a lot of hair again. So I decided now 3 weeks ago to use cotton. Okay. I'm using COP1 to grow the hair back. I've still got quite a bit of hair, but I've lost a lot of hair compared to what I had. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been using COP1, and I've seen a noticeable increase of numbers of hair. And I know you have to do it for minimum 3 months in order to get results out of it. And so I will have a testimony to go with that. But I also remember a year and a half ago, I was going through some of this group that you were talking about your father using
Sorry, you're breaking up again there, Kay.
All of a sudden, his hair will become dark, and you don't recognize that your father used to be silver. And then so I wanted to see CO2 gas, which was used by your father to get the color. Am I? So I leave the office a bit too late. Can you hear me still?
Okay, we hear you now. It's all kind of caught up at once there. Yeah, so go ahead.
Sorry about that. In any case, so I wanted to, while I'm doing this protocol for increasing the hair, I wanted to also see the protocol that your father used for darkening the hair, so I could use it in conjunction, so that I could make it one testimony.
Whose father was it?
It was yours, if you remember.
No, I didn't talk about my father.
A year and a half ago.
My father never used scans.
Oh,
No.
maybe it was somebody else you were referring to.
I was talking probably about Gatawa. Gatawa is the one who's used the GANs to get his hair back. There might have been another testimonial. I think there's 2 or 3 testimonials amongst the hundreds of testimonials in the testimonial site about that as well.
For the hair and the color of the hair?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy to use the. I know CO2 does a better job. I've seen a significant result from using Cut 1 in order to increase your hair growth. And I think what I found out that you really have to massage it in. You got to make your hair and scalp wet a bit and massage it with the rest of your fingers.
Makes sense.
You massage it into your skin.
Have you talked to Gatawa at all?
No, I never knew he did a testimony.
Yeah, he had a testimonial at one point about, he's mentioned it a few times actually, about using the GANS water for his hair and getting his hair back, and that got the attention of quite a few people.
Maybe I should, when I see him next on the North American, or even on, I don't know if he comes to Plasma Group, maybe I'll send him a text on the chat and see what he does, what he says. Just too much, as you know, there's too much information. It's so difficult to scour through all the information and keep up with the current one as well as the backdated one. But nevertheless, I wanted to do them together in conjunction with one another, so I could make one testimony maybe in 2 months' time, the color of the hair going back to original, as well as to increase the number of the hair that you already lost. I mean, I already have I've got plenty of hair already, but I've lost a lot, so much I want to get back to what it was before a year and a half ago, like, April last year. But nevertheless, it would be a good testimony. I can't give you this testimony. I have to ask my sister, but she's back in Iran, back home. She sent me a text this morning, a voice message this morning about the miracle that she was so gobsmacked about COP2. Where 5 members of my family, they had this corona already a couple of times last year when I first introduced them to the GANs for the first time ever, last March. But they've used it and they've seen quite a bit of a miracle, so to speak. But this time again, they got it, but this time they got Delta version, and it affected my mother and my 3 sisters and 2 of my niece and nephew. But this particular sister is a doctor, and I've told her yesterday, I first come to know about it Saturday night, and then I spoke to her yesterday, even though they really didn't have much power to talk. But anyhow, I told her she had swelling in her throat, and I told her to use COP2 GANs, gargle it, minimum for 5 minutes, and she was complaining how she's going to hold on to the water, and I've told her how to do it and so forth. Anyhow, this morning at 8 o'clock, she sent me a voice message, and she was so shocked that she said, even though I didn't have any power and energy last night, eventually just before I go to bed, she has used COP1 to gargle it. Also, she has used salt to gargle it. But last night, she says she's done it just before to go to bed with the COP2, as I suggested to her. And she says this morning when she got up, she's just seen an absolute miracle. If you hear her voice message, and she's a doctor, and she says when it gets to an acute position, the tonsillitis, and the infection gets so bad that the color of the yellowness, infection is normally yellowish more or less, but this one gets dark grayish yellow, and then it will bleed small amount. You will see blood as well, and hers was just in that state, so bad that she couldn't even talk. In any case, she says, I've done it last night. I managed to gargle it for 3 minutes, this COP2 GANs and the plasma water of it, and this morning she was going crazy. of the shock that she had. She says there is no sign of any infection. My tonsillitis has gone back to original size. There is no infection at all. It's not red anymore. It's just normal, the soreness, that type of redness. And she absolutely got them. She says it's impossible. She says when we treat people who've got serious tonsillitis, she has to give 1,200 milligram dosage of penicillin for nearly 3 to 4 days, and by injection. And still it takes time and lingers on before this infection dies away. She says this cup 2 gallons water, just less than 8-9 hours, wiped it all out, and I don't even have pain, she goes. She was feeling pain when she was talking to me because of this infection and tonsillitis.
It sounds like we now have a doctor that's convinced that the plasma technology works. It's hard to deny when you do it yourself and it works.
She will be. She's been trying to get to the plasma side, but she will. I mean, she will be part of the plasma doctor in Iran once the enhancement unit gets there, because she will be needed there anyhow. So yes, this is a testimony. I can't give it to you, but I can just relay to you. But I have to get her consent because she sent me the voice message, and it really honestly is so compassionate, the way she was so shocked, and so natural, the way she was telling me on the voice message how unbelievable this process has been. Even though she already had experience with cup 1 and cup 2, so far as the corona was concerned. In any case, sorry I've taken your time.
No,
thanks again.
Very excellent. Thank you. It's I can't get a more beautiful testimonial than having a doctor say that something works better than the treatments they normally give. I mean, I've had similar experiences where natural healing has replaced the medical procedures, and it's like a miracle when that happens, and everyone is impressed. So, yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
We expect to hear more from that, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, anything else anyone would like to bring up here? Okay, well, I think we probably should complete today's workshop. And I understand there's some other workshops going on at this time period as well, with the Spanish and Italian, so probably good to quit now. So I remind people that there is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group. Actually, that's on Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central European Time. But before that, on Tuesday, we have the One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace with the universal members of the Universal Council. And that starts at 4 p.m. Central European Time. That is on Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. So we look forward to your participation in that meeting, which will be broadcast to YouTube as well as live stream and of course the Zoom. What else do we have? Well, the Knowledge Seekers Workshop on Thursday as usual. So I think that's all to announce for now.
Let me show you something.
Okay.
Highlight it, yes. Do you remember these?
What do we have? Cup 1, Cup 2?
More than that.
water production.
So
Mars.
so the one you don't have to fill? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the right one. This one.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember it? Last year, March 25th.
Well, not specifically, but I remember the layout. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This two we started by reactor group from March 25th, 2020. And this one I felt it maybe 5, 6, 7 times and still dry all the time. But this one, the third time I filled water. But see, this is from about 20 days. And you know, here we have summertime. And here is temperature about almost 27, 26, 28. This one I felt before 7 days. And between them, 2 weeks. So this one is first. After 2 weeks, I felt this one. And if you see, it is nearly this one left side is little bit below the right one. And 2 weeks different between them.
Mm-hmm.
So next testimonial, month from now, let's see where this one will go. And let's see where this one will go. But I think I will take some ganses from it. Okay, for Kai, you need to understand why you lose the hair and why your hair gets white. And even for the lady which have her husband have a kidney stone, she need to know why. Because first you need to know the source of this problem, and then you can apply the plasma. Okay, that's all. Right.
Okay, thank you, Joel.
Any question before I close?
Well, sorry, Jalal. Hi, it's Kay. God bless you.
God bless you, my friend.
You're not coming to Romania, are you? Like Linz, I've met you in Linz. You're not coming to Romania this time?
My dear, don't remind me.
Your soul will be there.
Yes,
your soul will be there. I'll be thinking of you. And I'll definitely try my best to go, and I most probably will. 99% I'll go for September's teaching in Linz. Hopefully you may come there, or maybe I persuade you to come there. But nevertheless, I don't know. I last April, out of nowhere, my hair started pouring out like a pussycat. My pillows used to be so dark, and so much hair I've lost last April after nowhere whatsoever. So did my second daughter, and she used to have a lush hair and a thick hair, more or less like something like me. But unfortunately, she lost a lot of hair. I lost a lot of hair, and for no reason whatsoever. And there was no coronavirus for us at all last year. This year we did get coronavirus, yes. And after the coronavirus in February, we got it sometimes Christmas. And then in February this year, the hair started pouring out again, just out of nowhere, both for me and for her. It's just amazing. Me and her both start shedding like, like a snake shedding skins. At the same time, almost at the same time, we start pouring hair down as well as losing and pouring it. as well as stopping more or less at the same time. But I don't know what the reason would be. For kidney stone, most probably people drink different type of food, or I don't know how I can relate it to emotion.
No, this is especially the kidney. Mr. Keshe speak about it. It is related to
emotion
side, yes, and especially fear and anger, which work together.
Fear and anger. Okay, yeah. I missed that part of Mr. Keshe testimonial. I actually got a friend who's got one kidney stone. He's got sitting inside his kidney for apparently for 30 years, and he can't dislodge it. He's had some radiotherapy and ultrasonic and that kind of therapy in order to get rid of those which has come about for past few years. But this particular one is sitting there for a long time. So now I most probably have to speak to Mr. Keshe and see the same GANs that we know how to make. Would that work on it? Because it's a very, very old one. But nevertheless, I wouldn't know how the emotion or what he's got 2 daughters. So I wouldn't know. He lives a happy life as a family. I don't know. I don't know which emotion would kick in for this kidney stone. I won't be able. And even if we were to find out the emotion, how does that work? We will have to use zinc anyhow, so he's already going to be taking care of the emotion that way.
Okay. Can I ask you simple questions?
Yeah.
We all know it. When you are in a position of fear,
yes,
you are need to oxygen.
Yes.
You breathe. The level of breathing will increase, or you are in anger, even your level of breathing will increase.
Yeah.
So when the air goes to the lungs, part of this air goes to the blood, which is deliver this energy to the brain. The back energy, which is received by the blood from the brain, it goes to the kidney to filter this energy out. It is the way that energy it goes out. And this process, this is explained by Mr. Keshe. In this process, because of this 2 factors, anger and fear, it will classify this energy part. This is a classification, and the body make this stone. Especially, as if the body want to build a new structure, adding to the bone. When someone feel helpless, it is all emotion, and if you just stand still and see what is happening, it will be clear. Fear and anger, fear from something, it is like you're protecting yourself. So what you want to do, you increase your shielding, or you want to be in power or big because someone related to pulling, or you are helpless. So you want to build your defenses to attack. This is all part of fear and anger together. So the body start to create a matter state, and unfortunately, it will build in the kidney, and that is the kidney stones. So I think you know what?
Yeah.
I think if you do this cup, this will help a lot, because from the structure here, this is oxygen based.
I don't even know how the structure of that. I remember you mentioned it twice, including today. But I don't know
what can I do? How much you pay? I can say it now.
How much?
How much you pay?
I'll pay you love and passion. I don't know what else. I'll give you an eternity of blessing from my heart.
No, thank you. I don't need it.
From my soul.
Anyone tell you hello, you say blessing. No problem.
No, I actually mean from the bottom of my heart when I ask for blessing and I ask God to bless someone, I do it from the bottom of my heart. It's sincere.
I know
it's passion. It's compassion.
Yeah, this is for you. It's normal. I know that.
God bless you.
you are always giver. Thank you. But I mean, something matter.
When I come to Linz, I'll bring something from London. How about that?
Okay.
A memory, like souvenir of some sort.
Okay, look, this is a CO2 and zinc in the same time.
Oh, okay, yes. Yes. CO2 and
nano-coated copper of the right side.
Yes.
With the zinc plate in the middle.
Is that nano-coated?
No.
Okay.
And this one, nano-coated zinc in the left side.
Nano-coated zinc is there, yes.
Nano-coated zinc and zinc plate connected direct.
Yeah.
Okay. And the copper, nano-coated copper and the zinc connected with the lead.
Nano-coated zinc?
No, nano-coated copper.
Copper.
And the zinc connected with lead.
A normal zinc, the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the lead light.
You have two ways to produce CO2 and zinc, yes?
Yeah, this is for the peace GANs, isn't it? This is like a peace GANs.
Yeah, why not? I didn't test the GANs until now.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I'm saying I need to test this GANs.
So you could use that for kidney stone. How do you use that? Just drink the water?
Use the fields. It's better than drinking. Use the fields. Always use the fields.
I see.
Use it as a batches or in the swimming pool.
Okay. One more question. So the kidney stone is calcification, which means made from calcium, like the ladies, God forbid, they get breast cancer, and then you use calcium GANs in order to deplete the calcium. Could you use the same technique? So use patches of calcium GANs.
No.
You know, the stronger one. No, you couldn't.
No.
Not for kidney stone.
No. Look, approaching such a thing, it needs a lot of information. You need
doctors, so we shouldn't even be discussing
No, of course not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you cannot just approach it like this.
I would never do anything as such. I haven't done this, but my friend always been asking me if there's any way I know anything to do, but if anything, I would ask Mr. Keshe. But I do know kidney stone will get these, you can sort out a GANs of urine of the person, and you could solve the problem of kidney stone.
Even that, you approach it by fields better.
I see.
Make a batches, or you add it to the swimming pool or something to sit in. It is more better than drinking.
Okay. Yes, field is better. You're right.
You are dealing with fields, you know.
Yeah.
Maximum of the plasma.
Yeah. Or even the shisha inhaling, which is more potent and formidable than drinking, even better than spraying.
Yeah, if you need to balance the field of the emotions, yes.
Yes. Thank you very much, Elan.
You're welcome, my dear.
God bless you.
Bless you too.
Hi, this is Roseanne again. I would like to share some of my knowledge regarding the kidney stone, if it's possible, please.
Again, are you a doctor?
I'm not a doctor, but my daughter is a doctor.
I'm gonna play a disclaimer. I'm gonna play a disclaimer then, because we're getting into stuff that gets us in trouble here.
Oh no, it is a general knowledge you can get from internet. It's not just me. And just to let you know that kidney stones are two types. Some are calcium-based and some are oxalate-based. And people that they eat certain kind of foods constantly, they are prone to making kidney stones, and if they don't drink even enough water to expel it or to clean their kidneys. And the other thing that I know that some people don't drink, they say don't eat or drink dairy with meat, because and I learned that in my education, that also eating dairy food with meat causes kidney stone. It's up to people to use it or not. Hello, I don't hear anything.
Disclaimer here so I can play it. Oops, I just got the wrong chair. Just a minute.
Sorry, Rick. I think I dragged you into something that you weren't expecting.
Well, we need to complete the workshop here soon, because it's getting on to more than a couple hours that we wanted to. And when we start giving a bunch of medical information, and as if we're doctors and we don't even know that some of these kidney stones are of different types and so on and so forth, we don't even have that knowledge, the basic knowledge, and we are prescribing how to solve this solution. So I don't think we should be doing that, that's all. So this is me putting up the disclaimer so we can just play it and be done with that. I should have played it anyway.
Rick,
like if
hello.
it was YouTube, I wouldn't allow this at all, but it's because it's to live stream and to Zoom, it's not that big a deal for this particular meeting. If it was the Knowledge Seekers Workshop, we wouldn't be talking about this probably, unless Mr. Keshe specifically allows it. And it's up to him, and it's his responsibility whether there's any medical misinformation comes out, in which case YouTube can take down the whole channel and we lose 2,000 videos on YouTube. So this is the fear. Talk about fears, that's the fear I run into. And we could also, through medical misinformation, even lose the live stream channel as well, depending if somebody complains and says that, oh, they're putting out medical misinformation, and if they threaten to take it to court or have a lawsuit about it, then bingo, we can lose our live stream immediately, which has happened in the past when we criticize people and they sent their lawyers to live stream, and live stream just immediately ceased their account. So this is the thing that can happen, so we have to be a little bit careful. But at the same time, we want to get the knowledge out to people that need it, so it's a bit of a conundrum that way.
Rick, are you listening to me?
Yes.
Okay, I have a little testimonial, but I don't know because it's time for Spanish class with Alex. But
Yes, that's why I wanted to end this meeting specifically for that. Yes.
Yeah. But I have testimonial.
Okay.
It's okay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Dan, you helping me with me because my English is not perfect.
It's better of my. Okay.
Okay, now. Okay. Okay. When used for clean up the dish, the soap is my hands is sangran. ¿Cómo se dice sangrar?
Red.
Okay, blood red in my hands. Always time this 30, I don't remember, 30 years ago, I need to use gloves all the time with dish. They will clean my dish. But around 3 months ago, I don't find my gloves and use all the time put inside the soap, put plasma water, the cup number 1, with the liquid soap. And don't see my gloves, and okay, I go. And 2 weeks later, I see, oh my God, I don't use gloves in 2 weeks. And my hands is very soft, is super. You understand?
Which means you are without skin rash, irritation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By using the plasma water of cup 1.
Yeah, definitely.
With the con el jabón líquido de los platos.
With soap, liquid soap, it's irritating the hands, the skin.
Yep, I would have the same thing if I used the regular soap. I use a hypoallergenic soap, and you can get that for dish soap. I find that's much easier on the hands. And also the Gans water, yes, when your hands have a rash, it is the best stuff for sure.
Yes. Actually, my hands is better, no problem. And they'll use 3 months around. And that's it. No use more gloves.
Amazing.
Need. Yeah. Actually, put in my soap for the body, put in my soap for the hands, and whatever. But it's better for me. Actually, put.
Yes, they have a product in the Keshe Foundation store, the soap with the Gans embedded in it.
Yeah.
Some people have been making it too for several years now.
Yeah, okay. It's for me, it's good testimonial for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you so much. I'm sorry, but need back in Alex's class. Thank you so much.
Yes, and again, that's why we should end this class so others can make it to that class and the other things that are going on. So unless there's any other further testimonials, which I'm still open for here, then perhaps we should end. Okay, that sounds good. So thanks everyone for contributing today and in the public meeting for testimonials. And we look forward to the 57th public meeting for testimonials. It was on August 9th coming up. So it's the second Monday in August. That'll be August 9th. So it gives us a month to prepare some sort of testimonial. And It can be something small like Lizzie just did, and it's perfect because it's a personal thing and you can impart your experience to others of the plasma technology. And I think virtually everyone that encounters the plasma technology seems to have a beneficial effect from it. I think maybe once or twice in the past 10 years have I encountered somebody that tried the plasma technology and just said it didn't work for them or they didn't like it or something. But the other 2 million people seem to love it. So in any case, we all know that the plasma technology is the way to go, and through meetings like this we get to let others know and they get to try it. So that's the important thing, is to pass on the teaching. As soon as you find out and as soon as you know, you can impart that same knowledge to others.
Rick, don't forget to put in disclaimer for cover.
Yeah, I showed it, but I guess I'll play it as well. Okay, so we'll go out with the disclaimer, although I don't like it very much, but that'll be our ending. And thank you everybody for attending today, and see you next.
Excuse me, Rick. Excuse me, Rick. Just you mentioned about the disclaimer. If we share something from internet or knowledge, is it also forbidden or something?
Well, it depends. Like, for example, if you mention vaccines and 5G in the same sentence, and we're publishing to YouTube, then we have to put up a disclaimer and talk about it and say that if you go to the official site, then what you have to do is provide an equal balance of the ordinary medical point of view for everything that you say that's something that's some other information. And even then they can decide to basically to take down your video in YouTube for any kind of what they call medical misinformation. And there's an actual medical misinformation page that anybody who posts to social media should read it. You just look up YouTube and medical misinformation, and there's a whole page there dedicated to all the things you can't say without it being medical misinformation, in which case your video gets taken down and you have a strike. You could get a strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes against your channel, they take your channel down. And you don't have any say about it, they just take it down. So that's, we've had 1 strike against the channel. If we get 2 more strikes, we lose all our videos and the whole channel gets taken down. So this is why people have to know about what is medical misinformation. And there's a whole list of stuff. It's especially about COVID in particular. That's what they're mostly interested in right now. But there's other things as well. If you have a home remedy, then that's not, you're not supposed to be talking about home remedies on YouTube, basically. And especially a home remedy with COVID, which is what our GANS materials basically fall under, a home remedy. And several other violations of the YouTube medical misinformation information. Such as it is, it's all, you know, we could discuss how valid it is and so on, but that's a whole separate issue. They just have their rules. They made the game, so we have to play by their rules. And you could say,
I understand that. Sorry, Rick, but YouTube or numerous YouTube videos that they share home remedies. There is nothing they don't put.
That's right, and YouTube could take
and I
them
didn't
down
mention
anytime
any.
they
I
want.
don't know about 5G. I didn't mention 5G that you said, and I just said my experience with. I don't have many experiences, but
yes,
people that I know that they get the vaccine. It's not something that many of my friends, they got vaccine, but they didn't have the same problem. But some people may get, so just to know how to deal with that.
Yes, and YouTube would say that you're supposed to have a medical person deal with it, and you should go to your doctor, and they should deal with it in a medical way.
Yeah, they did.
They did,
and they didn't get results. That's the problem.
I know, but that's not YouTube's fault. YouTube says if you give this, you got to understand that the powers that be have decided that vaccines are the way for humans to be mistreated. You know, if you have COVID, then you're supposed to have the vaccine as the only solution. And if they have other solutions, other treatments for COVID, that makes the whole vaccine program illegal and no longer valid. See, so they won't allow any of those other treatments for COVID to exist or to be broadcast on any of the media. You don't see any treatments. They're never talked about by any of the medical professionals. They only talk about the vaccine. Well, this is because the vaccines are issued under emergency authorization. They have not been approved. They've only been authorized through emergency use. So because they haven't been approved, if there's any treatment available, then the vaccines are no longer valid. They're not allowed to use the vaccines under emergency use if there's other treatments available. So they've stopped all knowledge and all talk about treatments in order to roll out the vaccines, you see. So YouTube is part of that. YouTube's a big part of that. And live stream, all the social media bought into this. And so they don't allow the talking about home remedies or anything to do with preventing the coronavirus and so on. They will allow it to a certain extent if you also give the medical professionals' point of view that these things don't work and they're no good and, you know, whatever. At the same time, you're supposed to provide a balance equal or greater to the argument that you're sharing. But even then, like I say, they can decide it's medical misinformation. As soon as they decide that, then YouTube puts a strike up against your channel, and you can appeal it, but we appealed it and didn't hear back from them. There's nothing they could do. And generally that's it. They make their decision and that's it. So again, we don't have to worry about that too much in this because we're not broadcasting to YouTube anymore. And that is the reason why.
Yeah, I share with my friend. Doesn't matter. Here, I wanted to share with more people. That's okay.
Yeah, and personal experiences are good, but then when we start to make it a protocol, and we're starting to talk about this is the treatment and so on and so forth, then we can start to get into trouble. But having our personal, just saying our personal experience, this is what I did, it worked for me, and I felt a lot better, and blah, 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 or, you know, I use, my sister used this, and it worked really well for her, and so on. Then that's just a simple testimonial. It's not promoting a product to someone else in a way. So there's a difference there. If we're explaining that people should be using this as a treatment and so on and so forth, that's different than just saying I use this for myself and this is how it worked and so on. It's subtle, but that's the way YouTube looks at things. And again, if you go to the YouTube page and read it all, you'll find out about all that. If you need to make testimonials, or if you happen to be a broadcaster or whatever. And if you're just a little person, then chances are YouTube won't even care about it. They might not take down your channel, though they're taking a lot of channels down.
That's the point.
But if you got 2,000 videos and you've got thousands of subscribers, then you have a lot more influence. And if you are putting that influence out and saying there's treatments rather than telling people to take the vaccine, then they will start calling medical misinformation, because they know that there's a bigger audience that's being affected by it. And they'll tend to stomp on any channel that does that, as they've done with many of the medical doctor channels and naturopathic channels, and some things that are completely innocent that they've taken down as well, just from that kind of thing. So we just have to be careful and be wise as we go forward, and try to do the best we can.
Okay.
But thank you very much. I really appreciate your input with that kind of thing. And, you know, we have to be brave in a way and strong and state our case. But at the same time, we have to appeal to the YouTube crowd and others in social media that are trying to control things, and sometimes for good reason and sometimes not, but for whatever reason they hold the cards, and they can decide whether or not we're able to continue to show our information to knowledge seekers around the world, which is what we want to do through the YouTube channel and through the live stream, of course. So
thank you for all your efforts. We really benefit from those.
Instead of saying healing, we are saying balancing fields. When you say kidney stone, you can say meteorite, because it's a spaceship.
No, you can't, Dan, because if YouTube catches you doing that you're trying to use code to get away from their rules and make it into something that it, you know, yes, it's good to say balancing. It is balancing, and there are certain key words that you can't say, like healing, for example, or you can use the word treatment but not healing, and not you can't cure. Cure is a key word. You can't cure cancer. That's illegal to cure cancer.
For this reason, I'm saying do embed it in another way, in plasma way.
Yeah, but then everybody has to work in code, and we're trying to subtly do it so that they don't catch us, and so on and so forth. And if they catch you doing that, it's worse than just being upfront about it. Because if we're upfront about it, we can balance it with the medical side, which is what you're supposed to do. Not try to get around it, not try to subtly, you know, use some different words so that they don't, so the robots don't pick it up and so on. That's trying to evade the rules that they've already set up. And if they find you trying to evade them, it's like lying and cheating. They will just cancel your account without even going through the 3-strike procedure, and they can do that. They think that you're trying to deliberately thwart their what do you call it? Their rules of engagement. What do they call it? The terms of service. It's called. If you read the terms of service, which nobody does, but if you actually read the terms of service and find out that your videos and so on are yours, but YouTube's got the right to publish them anywhere in the world, and even if you take them down and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things in the terms of service, and part of them is that you will agree not to go against the rules of YouTube and so on and so forth. Anyway, it's a little bit of a dance that we have to play and a bit of a game and so on. But it's a fairly serious game at the same time, and we don't want to have unnecessary takedowns is the bottom line, I guess. But we do want to poke them in the eye once in a while too, though, just to keep them, keep them on their toes. You know, it's good to poke the giant in the eye every once in a while, I figure. But that's
well, I'm a reflexologist, Rick, and I'm a reflexologist. I have a thick book of all the recommendations, all herbs, supplements for different conditions. So as far as I know, I understand that all the herbs, fruits, vegetables, flowers, they have all their plasma, they all have healing power for some cases. So we are not far from what we are doing here. So I am a believer in this one, and no one can take it from me. So
absolutely. But if you had a YouTube channel and you had 2,000 videos of all the great things you did with herbs, and then suddenly you bring up COVID and how you can cure them with herbs, they'll take down your channel. Bingo, and you lose all your videos. All the good stuff would be lost just because of bringing up COVID. And that's just the way it is now, like I explained.
Yeah, the COVID is a continuing fight with this case. So it's not something now we are off with that. It's not that we got rid of that, but it's a continual thing. So we do whatever we can. That's all.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay. I think that's...
And good luck with everyone. Good health, good luck.
Thank you, and thank you for your work.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your hard work, and all of us.
Right on, Dan. Thank you too as well, of course, and for being co-hosts here today, along with Dean. Any further comments before we wrap up? Okay, I will play the disclaimer and we'll call it a day here on today's 56th public meeting for testimonials. See you next time around, everyone. Thank you.
Don't forget to start the registration.
To start the registration?
The record.
Yes. Oh, we didn't start the recording.
All what we are saying about it's let's say this heavy part, it's without recording.
Well, the whole workshop was done without recording because we didn't start the recording.
No. I remember you are recording and you are stopping in 10 minutes ago.
I didn't stop the recording, not that I know of. I don't remember starting the recording. I remember stopping it because it starts automatically now when you start the workshop. I started the workshop, the recording started, and then I turned off the recording because I didn't want it to be recording for the 20 minutes before the workshop starts. And I didn't reset the recording, I don't think. I'm not sure. Anyway, if they need it in Zoom, then we'll get it from the live stream or whatever. Alright, anyway, I'm just going to play the disclaimer and we'll call it a day. Bye for now.
Disclaimer. The information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GANs processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.